Good morning, bird brains. I bet this is a sight that you guys have been waiting for a while to see, and I have to say I'm on your side. I also have been waiting to see this sight. It is 43 degrees. It's kind of sprinkling, not heavily, but the streets are still very wet. But honestly, on this big giant bagger with, you know, all this wind protection, it's not that bad. I think with, I mean, I'm literally wearing just these pants. I have nothing underneath. I've got no base layers. It's just these pants. I think with some proper base layers, or like maybe some chaps and some heated gloves, like I could actually go out and ride in this weather. But the weather is, of course, not today's topic of discussion. It is all about the Battle Donkey. Now, I'm calling this Battle Donkey version 1 because, as I've mentioned during the build series, is that it's nowhere close to being done. We still, of course, have to get handlebars in. We do have to get a new windshield. We have to put on 1,000 miles on this bike before we can do the stage 1, which is going to be a full air cleaner, exhaust, and tune. Spoiler alert, I did already put on the Vance and Hines Fuel Pack 3. Now, I did not do any sort of tune on it. All I did was connect it to the bike. The reason being is that when you disconnect hand controls on these baggers, it actually throws a code on the dash here. So I connected it just to read the codes, make sure that was all that it was reading, cleared them out, and then we were good to go. So it's on there, it's reading stuff, but like I said, it has done no sort of performance altering coding or anything like that. And then, of course, after the stage 1, we still have to do the wrap. Pretty much just waiting on weather to do that. We already have the supplies in, the wrap is in, we've got all the measurements figured out. It's literally just waiting on weather. So probably, I'm hoping to have it wrapped within the next month. Now that's, honestly, that's being a little bit aggressive, but I don't know. I'd like to have it wrapped before I leave on my honeymoon, which is March. I don't know when this video is coming out, so I'm just gonna say dates. Should be coming, we will be going on our honeymoon in March. Also, of course, getting married in March. I'd like to have that done before we go on the honeymoon. Just one more thing to kind of ease my mind. One less thing we have to do when we get back. And then also when we do the 1K service / stage 1, we're also going to be taking all the covers off the motor. So rocker boxes, primary derby, clutch, cam, and transmission cover. All the pieces that are chrome are going to be taken off to get sent out to powder coating. That way we will have a nice, sexy, blacked out motor as well. Also, I guess I will take this time to announce that the Dyna Build Series Season 2 is going to be coming very soon as well. Pretty much made the decision that since I have this bike to do, you know, longer trips and things like that, I'm going to make the Dyna a little bit more performance focused. Still want to do cams by the end of this year, and then of course with Lengends suspensions coming onto the channel, we're going to go ahead and do a full suspension makeover as well, front and rear. I'm very excited to get those fronts done. The rears, I've been pretty happy with the Fox suspension thus far, but seeing as how much of an improvement that the rears did on this bike, I'm very excited to see what they have to offer on the Dyna. And then of course, I mean, if you've watched the channel at all, you know how much I have complained about the Dyna's front suspension lately. So we'll probably be doing that sometime this summer. That will probably be the first thing done, is that suspension swap, and then probably cams later in the year. I also have somewhat kind of made up my mind to do a chain and sprocket swap. I know I said for a long time that I was not going to do that, but I don't know, I'm kind of getting the itch to now, since it's just going to be, you know, more of a rip in the hill country around town type bike. The chain maintenance isn't going to be a huge issue. Plus it just looks really cool, and it's something I've always wanted to do on a bike, so why not the Dyna, right? All right, so my hands are officially cold. It took 4.5 miles. 4.5 miles for my hands to get cold. But you also got to remember, I'm a thin-skinned Texas boy, man. I do not do this cold weather shit. I guess since this is going to be a highly viewed video and I'm already kind of making announcements, I guess I'll just go ahead and run through the big announcements for this year. A lot of exciting stuff happening in 2019. So I'm getting married in March. I'm going on a honeymoon in March. April, I don't really have anything on the calendar for April, seeing as, you know, it's going to be kind of a recovery month from the wedding and stuff like that. May, I believe May 23rd through the 27th. Don't quote me on those dates. That's a big puddle. I do not want to go through that. Oh, shit. Well. All right, the battle donkey ain't no bitch. Anyways, it's late in May. Future Justin, go ahead and put the solid dates up here. The OG crew, my parents, and some of the OG crew's significant others are going to be heading up to Arkansas for our next big getaway. It's basically going to be set up very similar to how the Terlingua trip was. We're going to be filming on the way out there, filming while we're there. But the exciting thing about this is that I actually got contacted by another Harley motovlogger. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of him, the Honorary One. Met him briefly up at the World Record Ride last year. He's gotten us hooked up with an organization that he works with called Ride the Ozarks. And essentially what that's going to do is they're going to be our tour guides through all of the badass roads up there in the Ozarks. We will be doing the Pig Trail. We will be staying in Eureka Springs. If you're in that area, I'm sure they're going to be making some more announcements. Saturday night is going to be when we have like a dinner for the group, so I don't know if they're going to make that open to the public or more of a private thing, but that Saturday is going to be our dinner for the group. But I'm really excited about that. The Pig Trail has been on my, I don't know if I'm riding on the shoulder or what. This road's brand new, so I apologize. The Pig Trail's been on my riding list for a while. I've been itching to ride that road for a hot minute now, so I'm very excited to go up in that area. I've driven through that area before on the way up to Iowa, and all I kept thinking was, man, I wish I had a bike with me. God damn. Ah, shit. That ain't no joke either. But yeah, that's gonna make some great content regardless. And then of course throughout the summer we're gonna be, you know, hosting group rides, doing hill country stuff around here. And then in October 5th, the OGs and myself are also gonna be making our way up to not Paris, but Grant, Oklahoma for the world record attempt number 2 or 4. I don't know what we're calling it. It's another world record attempt. Bring it home. Of course, Adam Sandoval's kind of the one spearheading all that, but we will be in attendance. We are confirmed. We've got stuff booked already, so that should be fun. It was a great time last year, even though we didn't break the record. So if we could go up there this year and break the record, that'd be really cool. I'm predicting that we're gonna do it. I'm feeling confident this year because we're starting so far in advance. We're fixing a lot of the issues that happened last year, and we're bringing on a lot more social media power. So I really think that this year is going to be the year. And then in November, I believe, me and some of the OGs, not the full crew, at least not at this point. Of course, we're talking like 7-8 months in the future. We're going to be heading out to the Lone Star Rally out in Galveston. It's one of the bigger rallies here in Texas. But my brother-in-law invited me out this year. My dad rented like a beach house vacation home thing, so that should be pretty cool. That should give us some great content. I feel like I overhyped the whole big things in 2019. Now that I'm looking back and thinking that it's only like 3 things, but I'm excited for the Arkansas trip. I'm really excited about that. It's gonna be my first out-of-state motorcycle ride, technically, because when we went to Paris for the world record ride, we didn't actually ride into Oklahoma. We rode to very close to the border, but our bikes never actually entered Oklahoma. So this will be my first interstate ride. I guess that's kind of exciting now that I'm thinking about it. But it's gonna be some great riding regardless. It's gonna be the Battle Donkey's first big trip, probably, I'm assuming at this point. But speaking of the Battle Donkey, man, is it a she or is it a he? Because I feel like a Battle Donkey has to be a he, but I'm so used to calling my bikes she's. And is it weird that a dude rides a dude? I guess not if it's a donkey, right? Because like dudes ride dude donkeys. I don't know. I'm feeling very insecure in my sexuality at this point. The Battle Donkey is riding great. He feels awesome. The Lengends suspension makes this bike, I mean, a world of difference. I mean, the flickability of this bike has definitely increased. That front suspension did a number on that. Really, my only complaint about this bike so far is these handlebars, man. I'm starting to get impatient, but you know, it's just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things. What are you gonna do about it? Patience is not a virtue I have, but it's a virtue I must obtain. Or I don't know. I was trying to get spiritual there, but I really f***ed it up. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much going to do it for today's episode. If you want some Battle Donkey t-shirts, they are available over at bikeandbird.com, available in black as well as olive green. Also, if you want to get entered into the monthly Patreon giveaways, we're giving away some awesome prizes this month. Head over down to the Patreon link in the description, pick a tier, make a pledge, and you will be entered into next month's giveaway. Other than that, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and punch that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.